Hello everyone and welcome back to the One Channel. Before I start, I want to say that YouTube has been unsubscribing people from my channel, and I thank the few people that brought this to my attention. I'm not sure why this is happening, but we were at 180 subs this morning and now we're back at 175. So if you enjoy this video, subscribe and leave a comment. Okay, here we go. I think they're going to go all out with this movie to give a satisfying ending to the franchise, as Fallen Kingdom, despite its issues, was a great step in the right direction for the story of Jurassic Park. It really helped push the original concept that Ian Malcolm brought up in the first film. I think this movie, Jurassic World Dominion, will be a fantastic conclusion to not only the trilogy, but also the entire franchise. So, let's get into my projection for the story. And I would like to also mention that this is in no way really any carries any weight to it. I really don't think that this is going to happen. But it's a fun idea that I thought personally would work. So if you disagree with it, let me know. But there's no need for aggression towards me for my story ideas. Okay. We know Alan and Ellie are going to be together in this movie, so I think the film will probably open with them in their home, watching the news as the dinosaurs bring chaos. Upon learning the news that the dinosaurs are to be hunted and destroyed as they pose a danger to the natural and civilized world, Ellie will probably be happy. She always seemed to have some kind of post-traumatic stress following the events of Jurassic Park. However, I think Alan will be more conflicted as he fights internally with himself about these problems. I doubt Claire and Owen will have much of a role to play in this movie, even though we know they are going to feature in the film. I doubt they'll serve much to the plot. I think what will likely happen is we'll see the result of Rexy's rampage in the zoo, and that she killed some people or some zoo animals, and then the trackers themselves will approach Dr. Grant for help in finding the animals, or dinosaurs, and understanding their behavior, as he is basically the best scientific reference for dealing with an escaped dinosaur, having survived 2 dinosaur breakout events on both Isla Nublar and Isla Sorna, as well as him being one of the best paleontologists in the world. Alan will definitely decline this offer and tell them that he's retired and that there's no way he's going to help them, as he certainly has some form of post-traumatic stress as well. The movie will then continue for a while as the villain, who I think will probably be Dr. Henry Wu, is revealed and the plot unravels a bit. I don't think it will be a post-apocalyptic situation yet. I think it will mostly just be dystopian and uncertain, as there weren't that many dinosaurs released from Lockwood's Manor. About a third of the way through the movie, I think Owen and Claire will come into play in an effort to stop Henry Wu from whatever it is he's doing. While this is happening, I think Alan will feel enormous guilt after seeing Ian Malcolm on the news apparently doing the best he can to aid the government in destroying the animals. He will then try to help Owen and Claire upon realizing they are the only ones fighting for the animals. I don't think Ellie will feature much of a role in the film, but she will be more significant than she was in JP3. A reluctant and concerned Alan helps the Dinosaur Protection Group rescue as many of the dinosaurs as possible, with stolen InGen vehicles from the original planned San Diego park. They then get caught up in a conflict with the hunters/agents when Rexy emerges and just starts wrecking house. Alan comments on the familiarity of the situation as she devours people. This will probably be the big action sequence of the film, and not unlike the rampage of the Indominus in Jurassic World. After sightings of new dinosaurs, such as Dreadnoughtus and maybe even Utahraptor or another kind of Dromaeosaurid, Claire becomes suspicious of Henry Wu and believes that he is experimenting to reach a perfect dinosaur genome, as the new dinosaurs are almost 100% realistic to how they would be in real life. Claire, Owen and Alan try to stop Wu, but he informs them that it is too late. The food chains have been corrected, as he puts it, and he's returning the Earth to its rightful rulers by means of genetic science. He says his life's work has led to this moment, and that Hammond and InGen wasted his potential with theme park monsters. He then introduces them, in classic villain fashion, to a host of new species, specifically selected for their places in a perfect ecosystem. Large sauropods, medium-sized herbivores, small herbivores, large carnivores, medium-sized carnivores, and small carnivores. It is here that I think Henry is killed. How they might do this, I'm not sure, but it would be cool to see him killed off by one of his dinosaurs, or maybe even by Alan himself with a gun or something. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, the facility they are in is now full of rampant dinosaurs, and Alan, Claire, and Owen must escape as fast as possible. This will end up being the scariest and most horror-like aspect of the movie. Narrow corridors, wild genetic experiments, and dinosaurs none of these characters have ever faced before. I think the Utahraptors will be the most dangerous in this situation, larger, faster, and stronger than a Deinonychus, but perhaps not as smart. I think it is important that one of these characters dies here, maybe by sacrifice, but it can't be Alan. I think it should be Owen sacrificing himself for Claire so that she can raise Maisie. Alan and Claire escape and are surprised when Ellie and Ian Malcolm arrive to rescue them. This should look like the ending to Jurassic Park when they escape the visitor center. Alan, Ellie, and Ian share a comical and rushed reunion and then take off. I love the idea of these three finally reuniting and being on screen together, because we didn't get that with the Star Wars movies with Han, Luke, and Leia. Anyway, by now, Henry Wu's animals have escaped and are in far too great numbers to stop. Alan, Ellie, and Ian bring Claire back to Maisie, and then the three of them watch over a field as beautiful and majestic herbivores graze, sharing the moment, and even though they tried their best to prevent it, they can't help but feel awestruck by this. Ellie notices something on a cliff overlooking the valley. It is Rexy. The now elderly Tyrannosaurus has reached the end of her lifespan. She rests on the cliff without roaring or anything like that, and she lowers her head, passing away peacefully. After all, her true home was always Isla Nublar. I think this is the best way to end the franchise, with all the original characters meeting up one last time, and Rexy, the icon of Jurassic Park, passing away with the films. But let me know what you think about this in the comments section. Thank you all for watching my content. It really does mean a lot. I know YouTube has been unsubscribing people from my channel, as some of you have brought this to my attention. So if you want to see more stuff like this, subscribe below. Thanks, and as always, cheers.